This is kind of cool, but also kind of jank. Yeah, that's right. You sure dunked on those kids. We controlled 100% of panels. Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know what it is, Chaos? Like, the mini games are always fun, and when you look at it on the surface, it seems surprisingly deep. And the moment you think that it's surprisingly deep and you go into it looking for depth, it turns out to be surprisingly shallow. So a lot of them just kind of boil down to doing the same thing over and over once you have the sort of optimal strategy. Oh, for real? Oh, did you actually win? Wow. On your first try.
Nah.
What do you think? I am good at this. I am better than children. Far from shabby, you might be better than Mizuzaki. Oh, did I make the Hall of Fame? Do not tell me you're going to use this guy in the tournament. This is the only option we have. There's no one else in the school who could ever pilot a drone. Hey, Naha, we were talking about how the mini games and RGG games look like they have a lot of depth and features to them, but when you really dig into them, they're kind of jank and there's not that much to them. They're never as complex as they appear to be at first. And I don't mind that because they're just kind of simple fun. But at the end of the day, like, most of the time you go into them thinking like, oh wow, there's so much. But they all kind of really boil down to just doing pretty simple stuff repeatedly. What happens to Mizuzaki? We'll have him step down. What? He was quite temperamental. Maybe a bit unstable. No, even so, you ever hear of something called a pecking order? Why give the job to an outsider who just showed up today? Because it's optimal. Glasses push. Hey, if you're gonna axe that kid just for me, it feels, I don't like, that's not great. No. To be honest, he was acting as our operator reluctantly. He wanted to be in track. Would he agree with you if he was here right now? Or would he cry? He always wanted out of the robotics club. That's why, frankly, I didn't want him to be operator for the tournament. I guess it's no big deal then. Moving on. Thanks in advance. Not talking to you. I guess I infiltrated the robotics club. But I still need to earn everyone's trust, including the one who's really angry. Let's tell Amasawa that we increased our focus. Holy shit, by a lot, actually. Okay, bye everyone. Your ace pilot is signing out for the day. Although, that being said, who the hell was piloting the other two? Okay, in game terms, it was definitely AI. They're AI piloted? So did they design the AI for the robots? Because that's a completely different set of skills. What's RGG stand for? RGG stands for Ryu Ga Gotoku, which is the Japanese original name for Yakuza. Like, that's what those games are called in Japan. And is the name of the studio that produces Yakuza and Judgment and Super Monkey Ball, but that's not related. Cool, you can use vague words to perform a search. Fill up the database more. You think we could sell it to a writer?
Nah.
What's up? So because the Judgment games are not technically Yakuza games, they're a spin-off and their own unique thing. I've seen a lot of people saying RGG games rather than Yakuza games. Because it's, you know, it's kind of growing to... It's sort of expanding to contain more franchises than just Yakuza. Ichikuro made an encyclopedia where you can search for the tricks of a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
A mystery trick encyclopedia on the computer? Something about Yagami being like, what? On the computer? It's very strong boomer energy. Read every book in the club and got bored, so I compiled all the tricks from every book. Compiling them alone isn't very fun, so I turned it into an app. It's just a basic text-based dictionary. But it's really cool. You can sort the titles based on criteria such as locked room or psychological deception. Okay. What's more is the vague search terms are enough to bring up results. Animals, string, and ice, for example. Mystery enthusiasts might pay a pretty penny to have this. Hey, you know how to program? Yeah? We learned it in class. Of course I can. Pretty much anyone can do it. Fucking false. Yeah, maybe, but not just anyone could do all this. I guess so. Dora has some programming under her belt, huh? Sakura-kun over in the robotics club is having some trouble with programs. Maybe you could go help with computer. All right, question. You got any interest in the robotics club?
Huh?
What? He's having trouble with the program for his robot. It'd be nice if someone would help him out. No. Who are we talking about? Who's a fucking brat? Who could you possibly be who could you possibly be referring to? It doesn't match up with my understandings. Don't even give me the time of day. Yep. I heard it. Okotowari. Not quite Daga Kotowaru, but the same root verb. Sorry, I got an email I have to I got an email that I had to respond to, so that's why I'm like glancing over. All right, so they were unsure about you, but then you drove the robots and you won, so they like you now. I don't know. He may have just landed himself a convenient pawn. That seems more likely. If you continue to gain the members' trust, you might find some clues about the professor. So about this professor, do we really need to put all this effort into catching him? That is an interesting camera angle that they're going with here. We got like the full-on Dutch angle going on here, and I don't know why. Again, what is this? What are we doing with the cinematography right now? It's very imposing. Oh. Oh, that's why. 'Cause Girly here is putting on her light Yagami mask. Hey, so like the only people being hurt here are crooks and criminals, so like shouldn't we just let vigilante justice happen? The school would be a better place if all those morons just disappeared. Hey, that ain't cool. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not playing detective with you so we can save a bunch of idiots. I'd take Moriarty or the Fiend with 20 faces over some hypocrite detective any day. She likes the villains!
Nah.
Hey, we should probably agree to disagree. Gee, everyone's working real hard.
Hi.
Yeah, whatever. Sensei. I've said this before, but you're still a member of the Mystery Research Club. So you will help out in investigations as needed. What? Yes, you don't get to just read the latest mysteries for free. Club's funds this month all went to mysteries you read. No work, no more book. You're holding the mysteries hostage. That's unfair. Man, I really wish she'd stop being such a brat. Maybe I can talk to her. You can't. You absolutely can't. More robots, please. Also, holy crap, this school needs fast travel. I take the elevator, run down the whole hallway. Run down this whole hallway. Alright, it didn't take that long. You know what? Even if she doesn't speak English, which she probably does, given her whole, like, you know, I'm smarter than everyone demeanor. But even if she didn't, all of the, like, leaning forward and slamming the desk yelling about Spider-Man, would probably scare the shit out of her anyway, so. Hey, what's everyone up to?
Hello, bees.
Perfect. Takamori and Kuromazaki are right on schedule.
Sakura.
How's everything on your end? Bad! Were you able to fix that bug you reported the other day? Weren't responsible for the machine's immobility? Oh, nah, son. Be honest, it hasn't been fixed yet. Another failure in communication. This is the third time you didn't report in. How many times must I tell you? ABC, always be in contact. I am starting to hate this kid. He is about 2 or 3 more buzzwords away from being thrown out a window. Communication reporting sounds more like running a business. Honestly, Mana, everyone does. That's why they literally brought J.K. Simmons back to play him in the new movie. Because he's the best. Yo, you need a hand with anything? A hand, you say? I'd like to ask if you'd customize the robot. J.K. Simmons is universally good. That is an accurate statement. I will so customize the robot. Didn't know that was a thing. This guy's an amateur with robots. Why does he get to customize it? Maneuverability isn't based on logic. It's based on feel. It's more efficient to implement the opinions of the one who actually operates the thing. I get that, but it's weird. You're putting too much in his hands. Robot's parts are to an operator what shoes and gear are to an athlete. Alright. Operator knows which parts improve a robot's mobility and offense by getting a proper feel for it. It's why the Serial Robotics Club has valued operator feedback for generations. Generations? Didn't this club start like 5 years ago? Optimal solution. I'm noticing a trend with this whole optimal solution shit. Later, Mal. I don't know why this is the music we're getting for robot customization, but sure. Customizing, you can develop new parts in parts development. You can develop new parts in parts development. Got it. Change the configuration of your robot's parts in parts rearrangement. Go ahead and try customizing. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's Pocket Circuit. Special effects? Alright, we should aim to develop parts with a high performance than the current robot parts. What? What is this theme? Why did they go this hard on this? Developing parts requires materials and funds. You can obtain materials as a reward from winning matches. May even be able to utilize some items on you. Oh, utilize some items on you as materials as well. So yeah, the stuff we've been picking up the whole game is now useful. Their belongings you no longer need, feel free to provide them. As far as funding, it will be covered by the Robotics Club. I'll leave the development decision up to you. Keep in mind you'll be limited by the club's funds. Prepare some materials from the Robotics Club, so feel free to develop the parts as you see fit. Why the... Hold up! Hold up! Why does the club have $5,000 in development funds? Let's develop a battery. Look at this fucking stock photo! All right, that was interesting placement. Now we have fixed the part you just developed. This is 1000%. This is Pocket Circuit with more steps. They brought it back. Oh my god, it absolutely is a freaking pharmaceutical commercial. Holy shit! Side effects may include nausea, fatigue, shortness of breath, constipation, and death. And migraine, yes. Let's place the newly developed parts on the robot. We did it. We put a new battery in the robot. Yeah, I could see them using that in like a mystery dungeon game. See the results of the scrimmage. We look into the necessary countermeasures, include any fixes in the development cycle. If you'd like any parts made on your end, let us know. Mizaki can draw them up for you. Money is taken from the Robotics Club's funds and won't come out of Yagami's own wallet. Robot's performance hinges on Kuramizaki's design abilities. No, I just design what the president tells me to. Dishes and dinner, hopefully not in that order. Well, maybe in that order. I hope your dinner's good. And dishes are light. Alright, I guess I'm going to be asking you to make a bunch of stuff for me, so looking forward to working together. Okay. Definitely one of the shy ones. Damn. That was a lot for just, like, making a new battery. Also, we just built a battery? Can you just do that? It's fine. Okay. Oh, is this their other... Oh, is this their advisor? Nerve of that cheeky little robot nerd! He thinks he can just go hire an outside counselor? And then she's like, oh, wait, the outside counselor is hot. Damn. Aren't you from the MRC? Yes. I just started as the Robotics Club's outside counselor, too. By the end of this game, I will be every single club's outside counselor. I'm looking into the calligraphy club right now. Oh, that means you're him. My name is Yukari Akuta, advisor to the Robotics Club 31 single. Have you got business with them? I take it no one told you an outside counselor was coming? I guess you heard me. Yes, that's just awful. Right. If you're here as a counselor, would you have time for a chat? Perhaps just over there.
Hey.
I was actually hoping to speak to the teacher who's the acting advisor anyway. So when she said a chat just over there, she meant 3 floors away in a different building. There are many students around right now. It's a great spot to relax and talk. It's almost like a date. Do you like coffee? Here are my measurements. All right, let's ask about the Robotics Club. What's the beef? Been hearing the Robotics Club members and the advisor don't get along too well. You heard right. Anytime I go check in on the club's activities, they pretend I don't exist. It's incredibly frustrating. Yeah, they do that. Why are they like this? Probably because I was against letting them enter the Robo Rally. Really? Why not give you your support? Not the kind of tournament an ordinary high school robotics club like ours should be competing in to begin with. They'll only embarrass themselves. Participants include researchers from technical schools, colleges, and even companies, all of whom are highly knowledgeable and well-funded. But they took part in a robotics contest last year. That time it was all in the name of good fun, but Okitagawa-kun is different. After he took over as president, he managed to lock down a sponsorship. If they lose now, they'll have the whole world laughing at them. I don't know about the whole world. Like, the whole world is gonna be like, ha 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 ha! Look, a high school joined an adult thing and they didn't win. What losers! Don't get me started on all the late nights they put into prepping for this thing. As their advisor, I'm required to work overtime with them, and I don't even get paid. Oh, hey, we're back to unpaid crunch. Despite all this, as soon as I show my face in that club room, they ignore me, and they're rude, and it just gets under my skin. Alright, that's not great. Hey, what's the deal with this kid? This Okitagawa kid. We chatted while the club was in session. He seemed like a model student. Yeah, I mean, he's really good. Previous members were just a bunch of kids who loved robots. The club was more of a hobby to them. Pop in from time to time, maybe reading manga, taking naps, things like that. Yeah, like a lazy culture club. You can imagine why I admired Okitagawa-kun's razor-sharp gumption at first. Changed up the system so just 4 members could build a high-quality robot. Plus, he pulled in major funding from a shopping district. Oh, that's why they have $5,000 to work with. Did I mention those funds totaled over 1 million yen? That's a lot. What kind of shopping district would dish out that much? Is it in a Jinsho? No, it's... Watch it be like Sotenbori.
Yeah.
Where Okitagawa was from, a shopping district in Tokyo. Acquaintances of his, whom he somehow persuaded. Alright. Alright, I'm good. Thanks, Bunch. I think you answered pretty much everything I wanted to know. Glad to hear it, just as long as it helps. Hey, she was nice. What do you think? You think you can win over the robotics club? Now, there's still some pretty big walls up, but, you know. Yeah, those kids really don't like adults. Common for kids that age. Always thinking adults like us can't possibly understand them. Or it's because you won't let them do shit. Well, I feel better getting all that off my chest. By the way, about my chest. If you'll excuse me. I kept pushing that angle because I thought she was going to try hitting on him, and then she didn't, so I feel kind of bad now. Really needed to vent. I would like to drive the robots.
Yagami-san.
We will utilize any feedback you give us to help develop future modifications. Cool. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, this is an AI module. Oh, so it's like a strategy. Okay, and I can't make them. I don't have the parts. I just, like, I don't know where this is all coming from. I think we can say with relative certainty that someone is going to demand that Okitagawa get beat up. I don't know who it's gonna be, but... Alright, this seems good. And it's one of the only things I actually have, it's one of the only actual things I have the parts for, so... And Dick Shine. You can't unsee it now. Here, Ram, let me provide the context for Dick Shine. Damn, I already had one of those. Oh well. I love you, Ram, and I am having an okay week. I did some stuff today, and... I did some stuff today that, like, I haven't had a whole lot of work in a little while. And I had some come in, like, in the last couple of days, and I got it, like, all done this afternoon. And I felt really good about it. And I still had time to, like, take a shower, and so I'm feeling good about that, because I didn't yesterday, and I felt really sticky and gross. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Why did I make this? This is like significantly worse than what I was. Oh. Oh, I see. It's for specking the teeth. I see. I see. All right, well, I should be able to get by with just... I don't think I'm gonna need, like, super strong equipment to win the next couple matches. Remembering you have queso is a good feeling. Well, welcome to Lost Judgment. We're doing a robotics club turf war game. For reasons that begin and end approximately with fuck you. Okay, well, bye. Heavy spinny blade of death. I would argue, Roll, that was the second best weapon. The first best weapon was a low to the ground robot with a wedge and a lifty arm. Mobile basic report and IP1 data. Okay, so we need to do those to we need to do those to get, like, those are unique items for just winning these matches. So, like, even if you go around and collect materials or buy materials from around the city, you still have to actually do matches to make parts. Doesn't seem to be moving, not sure why. Uh-oh. No good, not even a peep. That's strange. Could it be? You know something about this? Fix the bug! Fix the bug! Fix the bug! Yeah, there's still a bug where it won't accept any inputs. You still haven't fixed it? It moved afterwards. And then I tried to reproduce the bug and I couldn't. I didn't have time for the scrimmage. I thought it'd be fine. Are you gonna hit him? Why didn't you report it? What was your plan if the bug popped up during a match? This is the real deal, then what? Sorry. Identify the bug solved by the next scrimmage. Okay. I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I'll say it again. Always be in contact. Remember that. ABC! ABIC! Alright, failing to report something can be a problem, but I feel kind of bad for the kid. You alright? Why am I like this? Why am I always like this? This experience has evidently improved our teamwork. I have doubts about that, but okay. Why won't you move? Hey, what's going on? Sorry, I can't help. I just don't know about programming. Really backed into a corner. This is indeed a problem. We can't even have a scrimmage in this state. Do you know what's causing the bug? I gave it a look, but I couldn't identify the cause of the issue. Let's ask the person about programming again, who already said no. If we badger her enough times, she'll be like, nah, it's fine. We got new shit. Wait, new message. Something rather interesting appeared in one of the school courtyard's walls. Is something related to the professor. Finding near the back of the school. Is that what? Oh yeah, that is what this is. I want to know what that is more than I want to know about the robots. For now. Nope, this way. What's that? It's a pebble. All sorts of materials over here. Yo! Does that say Ijincho Hounds? That's a sick tag, yo! Holy shit, that's awesome! I know we're probably gonna refer to it as vandalism, but like, damn! That's cool as hell! This is one of those graffiti art things. Yagami, with that sentence, you just aged like 5 years. Remember almost how I'm mentioning it in a message. Isn't this the professor? I bet the Jinsho Hounds did this. The who what now? You want to tell me who those are? They're a skateboarding group. Bunch of troublemakers. What does skateboarding have to do with the professor? They use the professor as the motif for their graffiti art. This is supposed to be the professor? Just a rumor. Amasa would know more about that. Now here comes the cleanup crew. Rage is what I needed. Yo, it's so cool though! I don't know if that's like the professor so much as it's like Freud, but I still dig the hell out of it. I bet they understand the concept of love. So this is weird. I've got two sub-stories both triggering in this room. I wonder which one will take precedence. Who the hell are you? Wait, is that Itakura again? Oh, this is a former advisor. Ikura Iemori. He looks cool. I want to resign. Nice to meet you, Amigami. Likewise, here to take good care of Amasawa and the other members. Yeah, I'm doing my best. What brings you around? Graffiti? I guess it's a depiction of the professor. Student who drew it used to be in my class. Lemony. You can call her Lemony if you want. Other students seem to think it was some sort of delinquents who did it. For student Shikishima, member of the Jinsho Hounds, and will later go on to found a micro robotics company that ruins the world. I miss 13 Sentinels. Jinsho Hounds and graffiti on the professor. This could be useful intel. Talk to me. The Jinsho Hounds are a bunch of students who enjoy skateboarding. I feel like that's not the full story. People think of it as a group of delinquent kids. Shinosuke Shikishima is a member and also a current third year. I heard he'd drawn flashy graffiti on the school wall. I knew I had to hurry over here. You got a photo? Yes. Passerby caught him in the act and sent it to the school. That's certainly Shikishima drawing the graffiti. Yeah, that seems pretty unmistakable. Apparently, he's barely attended this class for the past few months. Instead, he's been hanging out with the Jinsho Hounds. A rival group has entered the picture. He's supposedly at odds with this other delinquents called the Blue King. Okay, I definitely need to know about the Blue King. What is that? Juvenile delinquents who got together mainly to skateboard. They seem to be from Ejinsho's old school skater groups. Thus, they own a lot of the turf in Ejinsho. For a skater group, the only turf that matters are locations around the city suitable for skateboarding. So basically, Hamakita Park, and that's it. They need a certain type of terrain to practice their tricks. They can't be many of those. Install this. Shikishima has supposedly been raiding the Blue King's turf as a member of the Hounds. Okay, what is a raid in this instance? Blue King basically uses graffiti to mark ownership of their turf. They have a young Blue King as their motif. It looks like... Oh. Aha. So that was the thing that was being stepped on before. Got it. See where the name comes from. It supposedly represents a young delinquent king who reigns over Ejinsho, and blue is, of course, a very royal color. Sure. Shikishima is just going around drawing over their graffiti on their own turf. And he's doing that with an image of the professor. Speaking of that, take a closer look at this one. It's a drawing of the Blue King. Everything drawn over it is graffiti from the Ejinsho Hounds. I was gonna say purple is the royal color from what I understand, but whatever. Message is the king on the throne is being dragged down by the professor. Definitely defiant. It's got a touch of humor in it. Professor is the new icon of delinquent youths, superseding the king of yesteryear. I think one way to interpret it is the professor is declaring war on the Blue King. Yeah, I guess they're not happy about that. According to the rules of street art as I understand them, the Blue King can't complain about it. Okay. Rules. Tell me about these rules of nature. There's an unspoken rule that it's okay to paint over existing artwork as long as the new work is better. How the actual hell do you know this? That's crazy. So, is it better? Yeah, I guess. So the Blue King is left with no choice but to just tacitly approve. Why didn't you just paint over it again? They did that once, took a lot of heat for it. They were firmly told that they were whack! Firmly. So Shikishima's good at stuff. Cool. Can't believe he's such talent. His art grades were not good. Let's talk about him then. Was he a good student? I'd say he was, just average. Grades were pretty good, but he didn't stand out or anything. Not especially outgoing or quiet, just average. And he wasn't a troublemaker, so he had that going for him. These days, he's supposed to be studying for his exams. He said he's going to attend a regular 4-year college after graduation. From what I've heard, he doesn't seem like the type who'd join a delinquent group and get into graffiti. Exactly, so I was shocked to hear about it. However, Shikishima didn't talk about himself that much. Couldn't tell you the first thing about his goals or his hobbies. Well, now apparently you know some of his hobbies. Even during career counseling sessions, all you tell me is he would figure out his future while he was in college. I will hydrate. That's an excellent idea. I'm doing a lot of talking, so that's a good choice. He wasn't thinking as many steps ahead as, say, this brat. Yes, I am everything planned out. I had everything planned out when I was 3 years old. That makes me like you less. That's all I wanted to ask. All right, what would you like us to do? I'd like for you to look into exactly why Shikishima suddenly joined a delinquent group. And to persuade him to leave if possible. Okay, I'll try. I think the best approach would be to go undercover since you're so good at being undercover. You handle a skateboard group? But it's a bunch of Oh my god! This is an actual reference! Holy shit, they know! Do you think you can infiltrate a skateboard group? What? But it's a bunch of kids. You expect me to just stroll up and ask them how they're doing, fellow kids?